Hey everybody, The Great Escape here, and welcome to another episode of Is It Console Approved on our Redstone testing world. And this one looks a little bit different because this is a swamp biome. So if we go all the way over here, you'll notice we've got witch huts spawning in the world. We've got slime everywhere, and hey, oh, apparently a witch did not spawn with this farm. But today we're going to be testing out a design by ilmango. So you may have seen this design featured on Mumbo Jumbo's channel on the Hermitcraft server. He's building it right now, or he's in the process of digging out a big hole to do it. So we're going to see if his Java designed witch farm will work on the PS4, because sometimes those things don't always work. So let's check it out. So as you can see in that design, it ends up looking something like this. And so our goal today is to see, is it console approved? And one thing you might realize if you have tried to build anything on a super flat world is that witches don't actually spawn in witch huts like they're supposed to on a super flat world. I've tested this many different ways and they just don't spawn there. In fact, everything else but witches spawn. So the first thing that I did was I built up the system as ilmango describes it in the video, and you'll notice that this little system here is not in ilmango's video because his doesn't work. So if I take out, let me see, if I take out these 2 blocks here, so one of the things he requires that you do for it all to work is that a rail goes here. But if you do that on the PS4, this happens, which is not what we want. So to kind of counteract that, I created a system like this that alternates and will activate pistons on either side and temporarily shift the floors. And so the first test is, does this work? Do mobs fall through the shifting floor like they're supposed to? And since witches don't actually spawn in witch huts, there's nothing down here. Let me go ahead and grab a witch egg really quick, and we'll see where are those at. They're over here. Let's grab a witch egg and let's spawn some witches in here and see. Do witches... Oh no. Will they fall through the system like they're supposed to? Let's just double check. Let's wait for it to go through. Oh, there they all go. So they do fall through the system like they're supposed to. They're down here. So that element of the witch farm design does work. So the question is if this was built on a regular survival world, would we get the effect that we want? And I think the answer is probably yes, but let's go ahead and pop over into a regular testing world and see what we got. Alright, so here we are on an actual Minecraft world, and I've built up everything. I didn't put my hopper timer thing in here because I'm going to activate it manually, but again, if you follow ilmango's design and you do this happens. So we won't be able to do that for this design. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to reset I'm going to go all the way up here to an AFK spot up here, and then I'm going to reset everything. So I'm going to go out of to peaceful and then go back into hard. I'm going to let it sit here and see if I get some witches to spawn, and then we're going to manually activate the farm to see if they will fall out of the system. So I'll be right back. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 witches that fell. No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 witches that have spawned into the system. That's pretty good. So now our what we need to check is to see if the system that ilmango designed will cause the witches to fall through. And I've already kind of got a system here that'll funnel them into a drop chute. So let's go ahead and pop a block here and see if they fall out. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 fell out of the system there. And then let's do it from the other side. and the rest fell out of the system there. So this does work in the PS4 edition of the game. Now you could set up a clock or a timer here that would push, like as I did on my world, like obviously the sticky piston, but would push a block across into that path and then retract it and then push a block over here. It would just take a simple etho hopper clock, and when the redstone block is on this side, it would power this piston, and when the redstone block is on the other side, it would power this piston and cause that to happen. So this is definitely console approved. So if you are interested in following along with ilmango's video and building this on your world, you can follow his tutorial as it is, and all of this circuitry works. You'll just need to add a hopper clock system that looks something like this into your world, where that is, and then here you would need to take a redstone signal out like so from this side, and then you could take a redstone signal out from the other side like that, and so put that one into a block, that one into a block, and then go like this, boop, boop, and then put this one into a piston over here, like that, and then put the other one into a piston right there, and you can do that. So, and I've built this on several different videos. If you need a video on how to build this, you can just Google search etho hopper clock and this will pop up. It's a very, very simple design, and it's incredibly effective. And if you put about 64 items, let's say, into the system, that's going to give you the outputs that you need and the timing that you need to make this a pretty efficient system. So this one is 100% console approved, with some minor adjustments because, again, this doesn't work. So you'll have to make some minor adjustments to it, but that works. Now, with that in mind, hold on one sec. Now, in my next video, what I will be showcasing is my own design for a witch farm, which looks something like this. So a little bit different than Etho's design, but still very efficient. Still has 3 spawning platforms, but it's a lot cheaper. Only 3 observers, a couple, some iron and things like that, but it's much cheaper and easier to build early game. Probably the hardest thing will be to get all of the dispensers that you might need for this. So the next video that you'll see me upload on my channel will be a version or a walkthrough, a tutorial of my own witch farm design, and we'll be able to see it in action. Oh, there it goes. Oh, so we will be building this on the next video, and so you will be able to make a choice of, depending on how much resources you have and your redstone knowledge and things, whether you'd like to build something that looks like this, which is a little bit less resource dependent, or ilmango, I think I keep calling it etho, ilmango's design, which we've showcased on a console approved. But thank you so much for joining me today. This has been The Great Escape, and if you like this video, please drop a like down at the bottom. If you want to see more videos like this, please subscribe, and especially if you want to get that witch farm design in the next day or so. But this has been The Great Escape, and I will see you next time.